Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 535. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Ori Feinsad.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers, to 535 of the Moviecast. It's been a week. It's been a week. I still in quarantine at my house. Still work. Everybody's working from home. It's not quarantine. It's working from home. So, so I've been, I've watched some shows. I actually watched. You know what's crazy? Like, before I get flack for this, I do apologize. But for some reason, I wanted to watch Minority Report, and I don't know why. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that movie.
I like that movie.
People hated on that movie when it came out.
Who hated it?
What?
Was it just because people didn't like Tom Cruise? Was that like the height of his Scientology?
I don't know. I know it got. I think it got like critically panned, that movie or something. But I do enjoy that movie quite a bit. And Colin Farrell's in that. I forgot. He's actually really good in that movie.
Yeah.
I saw that. I thought it was solid.
Yeah. No, I watched it again. And I'm like, I really like that movie. Mm-hmm. And when it ended, I even said, I'm like, I don't understand how people hate this movie. Now maybe I had this like
who's saying
impression.
That though?
Yeah, maybe that's just I had that impression.
Maybe you didn't like it the first time.
No, I
think someone was in your ear giving you shit at the time.
Maybe I clearly liked it, but maybe it was one of those movies where I'm like, it's like Speed Racer, Corey, where you're like, it's a fucking good movie, but people don't want to admit it. That kind of thing. That's what I feel like it is. Because Speed Racer is a damn good movie. Please watch it. I enjoyed that movie to hell. It's so good. I can watch it again. That's another movie I want to watch right now. So, and there's. Oh, and I've been doing housework around the house, so there's a cat outside my garage door right now. Yeah, awesome. Nice. So, yeah. Anyways, so we're watching that stuff, but I felt like I don't know, I just had that drive to watch that.
Yeah.
So, watch Star Trek Discovery, which can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear you guys because my input switched when I picked my phone up. So just give me 1 second while I do this live on air here. But yeah, it's so my I watched Star Trek. And I watched I don't know. That's I'm not sure what else I checked out right now. Hang on, I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect. But anyways, yeah, Mike, go ahead, take it over while I change my inputs. What have you been watching?
Who, me? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Did I get choppy?
A little bit. Just WandaVision.
Yeah.
I watched.
I've been switching.
I mean, also
just WandaVision. Obviously, I watched.
While we're having some problems, I'll also say I did watch. Adam Savage has a YouTube channel where it's called like Tested. So I watched some of that. It's fun to see what he's talking about since then. It's mostly stuff. He answers questions mostly about Mythbusters, even 5 years removed from it being on air, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I it's funny is like I have subscribed, believe it or not, guys, to that Peacock. No, not Peacock. Paramount Plus, not Peacock. Paramount Plus. I have subscribed to it. I've now paid for it. They got me for a year. I was already on CBS All Access, and I'm actually psyched for them bringing all of the Paramount lineup into an app, kind of like Disney, and they're doing a 50% off promotion right now for the year. So it's like I got commercial free at all their shows and their movies for $50 for the year. So I thought that was a pretty good value, and I paid for it. So I'm diving into to Paramount. So I'll let you guys know about how that is. Should be launching Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. So I'll be in that. But Corey, anything for you?
Not too much other than the WandaVision episode. I'm trying to think. I watched the anime. I don't remember what it was called though. So I'm like, what was that anime? But it was all right. It was about like this group of kids that are, doing their thing, and the one guy is the OP character, or whatever. It's a general anime, so it's like so generic. I'm like, I can't even remember the name of it now. So there's that.
Generic anime.
Yep. So that's what I was doing.
Okay. All right, Tony.
Let's see, WandaVision. movie night I had with two friends. It was my pick, and God, we've been doing this for like a year now, since quarantine started, basically. Don't get me wrong. In the beginning, it was great because like we all had a bunch of movies that were like, oh, I've been always meaning to watch like this, and we just like take turns doing that. But a year deep now, like it's scraping the barrel. I'm just like, of at least movies that I think is palpable for the entire group that I also want to watch. It's like nothing left anymore. I'm just like, so like now it's kind of a chore. And then like just yesterday, I was like, is my pick? I'm like, since you mentioned last week, I was like, you know what? We're going to watch National Treasure.
Nice.
And it was just funny. They were both like, "This movie is so ridiculous," and I forgot.
That's the point.
What? Yes, like the soundtrack does not go with this movie at all. Like anytime anything happens, it's just like high pumping like
Jerry
music.
Isn't it Jerry Bruckheimer or something like that? Who did that movie? I'm trying to think of like.
I have no idea.
Right.
But, like,
as far as
in the
producing
first
it, or
5 minutes of the movie, like all Nicolas Cage is doing is his character is like hacking away at the ice, and it's playing this like blood pumping like action movie music. I'm just like, what? Like this is ridiculous. I forgot how ridiculous. I knew it was ridiculous, but I forgot to the level of ridiculousness.
The second one's even more ridiculous.
Oh, I know. I'm showing them the second one next rotation too. So
I really hope they keep that with the third one because we are going to get it.
Yeah,
so it is happening.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of when. So
yeah.
But
that's
been all quiet on Nicolas Cage front. I actually watched, because I have an 8-year-old, I actually watched Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah,
that did really well in the box office this week. It's second biggest opening since December. Wonder Woman was the biggest opening we've had in the pandemic universe here. It's been very quiet, but they did like really well. And my 8-year-old here, loves Tom and Jerry, so it's like, okay, we'll check it out. I gotta say, first of all, the acting was not great from the girl from Kick-Ass.
Chloe Moretz.
How old is she at this point?
She's like 25 or something.
Yeah.
She's
a girl.
I don't know why.
She's a woman.
I know, but like I just didn't feel like everybody else was fine in their acting. She did a really bad job in this movie. Like I just felt like everything she was doing was forced. It looked forced. It just was like, it didn't feel like it was acting. It was like she wasn't playing a character, she was acting. And I was like,
I feel like that happens a lot with these mixed human animated thing movies. Like the humans always get the shit end of it. It never works out.
What's his name? The guy from AntMan, the really funny guy, the Latino actor, was in this as well. He's hilarious and he's great in this. And I gotta say that I even like halfway through the movie, I'm like, guys, every animal in this movie is animated, all of them, and the animation is excellent. Like it was really well done. Like it's looks hand drawn. I don't know if it's hand drawn, but it looks hand drawn, which is so cool to see because it's an old style Tom and Jerry, but it's really clean. And it just integrates into the universe so well. They did a great job with that. I'm like, it's just fluid. It's so good. And everything is, all the animals are animated. So I was like, that is really cool. And I thought they did a good job in terms of the universe interactions, their environments kind of stuff. Actors aside, but that was really well done. I mean, overall, the movie was, but I mean, it's a kids movie, so it had a couple of humor jokes, but not enough for adults. You know what I mean? Like they like to do those, like Shrek and stuff had those good humors. That's why those movies are really good for all generations. This is more of just a kids movie, but it was. I told you guys, I'm in a movie. I really want to watch some movies. Like I'm in that mode. I didn't finish it today because I got busy with work, but I did start Godzilla King of Monsters, the second one. So I'm like 25 minutes in. It's kind of slow. Like I'm just kind of like, it's not. I remember the first one.
The first one was really slow because like you only saw Godzilla for like 10 minutes, or not even that.
I'm 25 minutes in. We just saw Godzilla for like 30 seconds. So they didn't really learn much, I guess. We have seen big monsters though besides him. So that's something. But and I can't not see what's her name, Millie Bobby
11?
Brown. Yeah, 11. I cannot see 11 when she's acting right now. I just like, okay, that's 11. So, but anyways, all right, let's move on. Like we like to do every week, guys. WandaVision, we've all watched. It's the 8th episode. We are finales next week, so we will be doing our spoiler cast next week. The penultimate episode, yes. And man, I don't. Spoilers for those. Spoilers. Sorry, I have to do the spoilers. Spoilers for those who are listening and watching. We do go over this now. I don't like to filter it. We'd like to just discuss it and not beat around the bush. So we'll mark it in the YouTube video for you guys, and if you're listening to this, usually it's about 10 minutes discussion, just so you know. All right, so guys, I don't know. Like, I like this show, but I feel like I was teased this whole time. Like, I was just kind of like, that was kind of, for me, like, listen, I like this show, I do, but to make Pietro's character just an Easter egg, that was it. Like, that's all he is.
Unless they do a lot of work in that last episode, yeah, it seems like that.
He's an Easter egg, and I'm like that's cool. I guess
wasn't he at the end of the not this most recent episode, the last episode with what's her name, Monica?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it means we're not going to go into this whole. It doesn't seem like it again, unless this last episode does a lot of work. It doesn't seem like we're going to go into the whole like universes coming together.
For me, I think
it still could happen though.
It could, but I feel like for me, I was kind of like I was all in on that. Like I was all in on that.
I know. So, I feel that too a little bit.
Yeah. So it kind of like listen. This episode was really well done for Vision and Wanda. Like getting that backstory it makes Ultron a better movie. It really does. But I feel like for me, like I'm like it can't hit that high note for people that I thought this thing was going a whole different way, and
Well, I don't know, like what did you expected when you saw the?
I expected the
Agnes
for some reason I really thought
Well, first of all, Agatha all along is not even true, because this is like no, actually it was Wanda all along. Agatha was just there looking at it. Yeah, like anything that she wasn't controlling was Agatha.
Yeah, Agatha was just kind of like trying to figure out how she did
manipulating the stuff to try to get more information. Yeah. But no, I mean, like they basically debunked mutants in the episode prior to this one.
Yeah, but they didn't. They only gave it a couple lines. This one really just kind of put the boot to the throat.
I mean, she like conjures him in the other one.
I didn't see that.
I don't know if she conjured him. I know that she has her magic traces on him. I'm not sure if that implies he didn't come from somewhere else.
I
think it lessens. I don't know. I don't like him being an Easter egg. I just feel like they should have done something else at that point. If they weren't going to bring the character in for a reason, like I understand that Fox Universe is mixed reactions from people. We've had it on this podcast, but for some reason that actually got me excited for that universe. I was like, this would be kind of cool. They start to really integrate this in together. And I think I bit into it too much. 'Cause, I that's the problem. So, it's just using him just as an Easter egg. He's nobody really. He's just that's she couldn't figure out the body's dead someplace else, and so she couldn't conjure him. So I don't know. I just felt like that was we can get a little bit from me. That's all. That's all.
I guess I can see that.
I would agree, but I still think they could reverse that a little bit in this last episode. Now, I'm not holding out a whole lot of hope. It does seem like they're just being like, magic. This is about magic now. This is magic in this universe more than anything else, rather than multiple universes. But
yeah, and they did establish that she had her abilities prior. That's one big thing they like to do.
So here's the thing I want to ask you guys who remember more of the other MCU movies more than I did. So are we Loki's scepter? Are we to think that was secretly the Mind Stone and not the other one we thought it was? What was happening there?
It's always the Mind Stone, I thought.
No, I mean, or the Soul.
It's not Soul Stone. It was the Mind Stone. No, it was blue.
Because that's how they control Hawkeye in the first. Yeah.
Okay.
That was always right. I mean, even when they were showing the twins being experimented on, like they used that same set. It was like
which one is the one in Vision now?
That's Mind Stone.
That's the Mind
Stone. So that was always the same one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was blue and became yellow.
Well, it was in like a blue casing, and then it was in
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Once it broke down to the gem, it was yellow. Right. Once it got smashed down, so it's confusing color-wise. I understand.
Because the general they're color coded. And,
it was the right stone, though. They had the Mind Stone consistently, so that was consistent. The color was not consistent, Mike. I will give you that. But yeah, I mean, Tony, you're being quiet. What do you think of the episode? What did you? Were you expecting where I was going, or you know what I mean? Like,
it's weird because, like, you know, I've always been in the camp that it was Wanda all along, because I mean that's a recurring thing in the comics.
I think you said it before. Yeah.
That Wanda, I'm not saying like she's like full out evil, even though like she technically started out as a villain, but she's definitely, like, I'd say, you know, maybe like chaotic, neutral at best, you know, if we're using like D&D lingo, because it's like, yeah, a lot of times she's a hero, but like when shit goes down, it's like, oh, whoops, Wanda's warping realities and shit again, like, you know, here, like that, you know, meme where it's like, here we go again, like one of those days. But like with Agatha, because obviously we suspected her even before like the reveal, I just felt it was like kind of weird that all she was doing was like trying to figure out what was going on. It's like, so how did she even get involved? Because if we're to take at face value, like, okay, so Wanda, you know, like, I think, you know, we were saying, like, she was just overcome with her grief and loneliness and whatever, and just popped up, took Vision's body, went to, or I guess she didn't take Vision's body.
She did not take him.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hayward was a freaking ass and like manipulated some shit.
So yeah, that was what was shocking about it.
That's definitely going on there. But anyway, you know, she goes to that house that Vision had bought, and then she just like is overcome with her emotions and just reality warps that entire town and stuff like that. So how did Agatha, like, are we to assume that Agatha was or just so happened to be in that town, or did she? No, like,
I think she said magical... she got like the magic pulse from what just happened, and like was drawn to it. Or, I feel like she said something along those lines.
She's still kind of like the beginning of the episode I thought was really neat with the whole Salem witch trial, but it was actually witches on witches. Yeah. That's pretty neat. And so it sounded like she was always trying to find like that chaotic magic.
If she's in Massachusetts, if she's still a Massachusetts resident, she's not far from Jersey. So it's like, you know, that could be detected
I think
from there.
Her whole thing, and she had the whole Darkhold book, or whatever grimoire, whatever she's got.
They don't really go into that anymore.
But like, I think what I got from this was that she was like trying to find this chaotic magic that Wanda has, you know, and she's always like kind of looking for it essentially. And then she like, obviously, you know, Wanda just goes nuts and like creates this whole hex town crazy thing, and that was like a big enough blip that she like registered it. Because in the Agatha All Along, you see her in her purple witch outfit like fly in to the Dick Van Dyke episode with her pineapple, and so I think she just kind of sensed it because she was always kind of looking for that and trying to figure out how to get that power. That's what I was getting out of it. And then at the end, obviously, she names her, which was pretty neat, I guess, but kind of makes it like a title instead of just her character name. But that's how I read it as far as what she was trying to do, is just trying to learn as much about magic and like how is this possible, and like I trained for like 100 years and you're just able to do this shit without even like thinking. Like, what did she say? Like, you're making dinner for breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that
cool. I thought it was
good. That sort of raises another question though, that when you were talking, Tony, because so if she never took Vision's body, then what is Hayward tracking in the hex?
I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if she warped the body to her. I don't know.
Well, no, because he has it. We saw at the
at the end, and that's sort of the thing that's kind of the most interesting, cliffhanger wise.
What if they're tracking the AI presence though? Like, what if there's an AI computer track trace kind of thing? That's what they're tracking him, not the body. Forget the body. The AI actually, because that's maybe what she moved.
Yeah, but I guess I'm afraid we're going to just run into it being intentionally like misleading when it's like I'm tracking the asset. Like, it definitely seemed like, you know, a physical thing that he was like that he lost.
Definitely it did, but I mean, I like the little twist that he had the body all along, and I love the white Vision. Actually, I thought that was really cool. Mm-hmm. I immediately flashed back to that to the fun arcade game that I played. That's the only time I knew Vision actually back then, was the white Vision from that arcade game, the side scroller. But I mean, I like that aspect of it. So I'm like, I think I could see it being more of a computer trace. Like, that would be easier to trace than the body. You know what I mean? Like,
Depends
I
on
don't know. That makes more sense.
Well, I mean, her whole thing is she just creates things out of nothing. Like, so that's what she did essentially. She just conjured up a vision body that she could play house with.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw it was like yellow mind magic when she was making them.
Yeah.
Yes, and so the implication is because she's like Mind Stone powered, she was able to kind of have a piece of him in a way, since he was also,
Well, that's why that's why her stuff doesn't really work on him. I believe.
Maybe, and so now so they used that to charge up the Vision body. Do we think Vision might come out of this restored?
Yes, I do. So I really think what's going to happen is the merging of the Visions. I think the merging of the Visions is going to happen. I think it's going to be he'll be white body Vision at the end of this.
You think one episode is like they're going to merge him in one episode?
Oh, there's one episode.
I don't know. You're right. I don't know if they're going to do it this season, but I do think that's going to happen without a doubt. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if they have definite plans for another season of this. Do they?
Who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like
very popular.
They didn't have it for Mandalorian either, and they fast tracked the shit out of that.
I guess it's just again like I'm thinking,
we'll have to see what happens with like the other stuff.
More TV-ish, and this is more like these are movie actors that were sort of like extending already a little bit here. I don't know. We'll see, I guess, but I'm not sure how open-ended this is going to be at the end or not. But no, I'm definitely curious about the Vision stuff at the end, but I'm also with Jim where I'm a little disappointed that we're not. It doesn't seem like we're going to get like this alternate mutant universe right here and now.
Yeah, and I think I was ready for it. I was like, let's do it. Let's
ready for
deep
like
down.
10 years.
Yeah, no, deep down, I wanted this holy shit cameo to be Fassbender. I wanted Magneto in this. Like deep down, I'll admit it. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Are we still supposed to get that? Still, this last episode, we're supposed to get one of those or not?
We don't know, but I would assume yes. I will go on the limb and say we will get a Shocker cameo in this, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. I have no idea at this point. Yeah. Shocker cameo, yes. I don't know who Paul Bettany hasn't worked with yet. That's in the pipeline for actors and whatnot, but
like himself. A crossword puzzle or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I did like the whole like going through the different stages of her life. That was really neat. I think that was really well done.
I thought that was a cool scene. I thought that was a really cool scene. And it gave us some more like moments between the different movies and stuff like that. If you could tell the time and stuff like that. But I really liked that moment with her and Vision when they were just in her room.
Get that like everybody. I mean that classic line now. Like what's grief, not love persevering.
That has been everywhere. That line.
Yeah,
that has been everywhere.
It's great. It's a good line. So, but I was wondering when the Mind Stone kind of chooses her, right? When she's like in that room, and it like blows up, and then she sees the Scarlet Witch. Do you think that it's her? Or do you think that's something else?
Well, see now I have a new theory. I'm going to share this theory with you guys. I'm going multiverse here. I'm going full on multiverse. I have a theory. I've been waiting for this moment, Corey. Good tie-in. Okay, guys. So, how many times have we heard from her? Where'd your accent go? And how it comes and goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What if this entire time that this stone actually merged her with another alternate universe Scarlet Witch, and that's kind of why her accent comes and goes. And so this is why she's so powerful too.
I mean,
I think
that's kind of
it's possible, but
it's crazy
think
out
if
there.
That was the case. They would have dropped more clues than just that. But
it would make no shit moment.
It's the problem I have with that is like this. Almost the whole purpose of this series is actually getting into her character and like exploring it, because we don't really know who she is too much before this. And if you're going to be like, oh, she's actually a combination of two other characters, it sort of like dilutes the character a little bit when you're trying to explain who the character is, in my opinion. So I wouldn't love that if they went that route, and I don't know. That seems almost too comic booky for even this comic book show.
I don't see that happening either. But
Okay. All right.
I mean,
It's on record. It's on record.
Yes,
so
if it happens that way, that would be interesting.
we will have the greatest podcast of all time. Everybody click on this if it happens. So put it in our title. No.
But the
it's a
kids
crazy
come back
idea.
at the end, so it's
Yeah.
see what goes on there.
I mean, we'll see if those were created or were they hers. I don't know how that worked. Because originally, like I was thinking Mephisto, but I do not think that's happening in this anymore. I believe it's just what
Really?
we have.
Gotta
Yeah.
double down on Mephisto, man. It's like that's the
Nope.
cameo, right?
I'm backing out of it. I'm backing
Okay.
out of it now.
I do feel like at this
hands.
point,
I'm out, Corey.
it would not be great to introduce like another character now that we got like Agatha as the reveal, and we have Vision number 2 also, and we have one more episode. I wouldn't love if some other like entity swept in and it's just like, all right, it was this character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we didn't see Monica really this episode, right? So like she's gonna come
No,
back, I would imagine, in this.
She is somewhere
finale.
with fake Quicksilver.
Pietro,
Yeah.
or whatever they call.
Yeah, Pietro. That was fun.
Picture. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. So, all right, let's move into news. We're gonna do a spoiler cast on this, so we'll cover it next week, guys. Let's get
Have
the
some
news. Open.
answers.
Yes, we will have more
Hopefully.
answers next weekend questions. Hopefully, you're right. What's crazy about this thing is just tying us into this news article I have here. I talked about the Snyder Cut coming out before. Apparently, that movie is going to end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I don't understand how this is supposed to promote this at all.
I don't know either.
Considering it's already going to be 4 hours and it's almost impossible to have any follow-up for it.
4 hours and 2 minutes.
So why would you want to end this inconclusively when, like, Gadot just got pregnant.
Yes.
Coming off a bad movie. Affleck, even as much as he endorses Snyder's shit, probably is over it. Ezra Miller's half canceled and doing another movie. Ray Fisher got himself.
He's got his
fired.
own movie. He's like the only one right now that we have a future for.
I don't even know if that's going to happen either. So they're all busy and just off the table. Like, it's not going to happen that there's going to be a follow-up to this. So why can't you make a real ending with 4 hours? And how does saying that help promote it? I don't get it at all.
I don't know. But does this... I don't know, because Snyder seems to be out of the universe. He does, like you said. Especially now that we got the news that whether this is good or bad, I have no idea. J.J. Abrams is rebooting Superman. Maybe still with Cavill, but probably not. So, yeah, I don't know I don't know why you would end it like this. I mean, I guess make a HBO Max home for these guys, and that's it. And as the universe expands off on their own,
it would make sense more if all the pieces were more on the table, where you could like actually realistically get these people to continue in some way. But it's almost just like you're like, it seems very optimistic to try to get the people back together.
It is weird because I mean you already have a brand new Batman coming.
Trust me, I would kind of like it. Again, I always said it was bad at first, commit to it and build on it, but it's kind of like the wrong time and it's a little late and everyone's getting mad at each other too involved in this. So I just don't see it happening now. Realistically, I don't see it happening.
Nope, I agree. I think it's really, he should definitely change.
I mean, the one
that.
thing you know is going to happen is you're going to get some pretty nice shots in this, at least.
Sure. And
Scenic.
faded colors. You will get faded colors.
Actually,
Again,
side by side, it's a little better.
It does. Maybe he's learned. I don't know, but he's always got that washed dark color look.
In
in all of his movies, they always said that.
Yeah, I'm very curious about it, but that does sort of make me like, ugh, it's not even going to really end after 4 hours. Like, really?
What else we've got? Let's see. Oh, last week we were talking about Spider-Man, No Way Home. Sorry, we didn't know the title, and we assumed it would be announced the day after, which obviously it was. No Way Home is the actual title for Spider-Man 3, for those That was last week. Only in theaters this Christmas.
Yes, that's what they said. We'll see.
So
only in theaters and streaming. They forgot to put that. It'll definitely be on streaming services somewhere.
You think Disney Plus loops this in for their like an early access promo with Sony? Because they've been doing that with their $30 charge.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could see it being part of it's Star program, whatever it's called.
Sony has their own, but I thought this would make sense for a Disney Plus thing to kind of work with them together.
No, that's what I mean. Like Disney Plus, isn't it called like Star membership or something?
Oh yes. No, I thought it was like it's not Star. It's like Premier Access or.
Oh, well, I thought it's like a Star somewhere. I thought, but anyway, it's not only in theaters. When has any movie only been in theaters? Like ever?
Yeah.
When has that ever happened? When it says that?
Yeah.
Well,
especially now with a virus.
It's still, 9 months away. So who knows?
Yeah. Ariana Greenblatt. Yes. Yep. Playing Tiny Tina, cast for Borderlands.
The Tiny Tina.
Tiny Tina.
She was the young Gamora in Infinity War. Endgame.
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Is that character normally like an actual kid or just someone who's small?
She's
She's an actual kid.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always envisioned her more like does she even swear in the game? No, I don't think she does. She's just a crazy kid, right?
She does say some bad words here and there.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's interesting because she's from the second game, so they're pulling characters from all over now.
Yeah. Well, this will be an original story with Kevin Hart playing a serious character.
Seems to be a little bit of trepidation there, Corey, when you said that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what this movie. Let's see. This is cool news, actually. Put this on here for Corey. Terminator Anime coming to Netflix. Now, the reason why I did this was, first of all, it's Terminator. Corey loves Terminator. I think Terminator's was good. But it's anime and Netflix, which has been doing a fantastic job. So that's not a bad combination, I don't think. I think it holds promise, right?
Yeah, I think there's I think there's a better chance this will be good compared to the films that they've been trying to put out.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a little bit more you're going to be able to do here, and it's just tough because it's been played out so much. Like, how many times can you revisit the same thing and get it wrong?
Has there been a series that has dropped the ball so hard after a second movie? Like, is there another franchise? Like, I'm trying to think. Maybe
name
Jaws.
But Tony,
Jaws.
Besides Alien, you're right. Besides
Friday
Alien,
the 13th, maybe Halloween.
Name another movie that has
any horror film, really.
What movie has tried that many times to cash in on the second movie's amazingness and just flopped, just not been able to pull it off? How many times have we done that? You know what I mean? Like, eventually you got to get something out of it, right?
Every Spider-Man.
Oh my God! All right. What else we got? San Diego Comic-Con has officially been postponed. Not a show.
Well, in person, we'll do some online thing probably, but
they had FanFest this weekend, right? DC FanFest. That's why we found about Zach Snyder's.
They're doing another one of those again.
Yeah, they just did. So it wasn't as hyped. But Comic-Con, I'm sure, will be virtual. And I don't know about New York this year. I don't think New York's happening either, just because it's New York and it's October at that point.
I don't see. Conventions have to be last. Like, I just don't see them. Like, everything else needs to be done and normal before conventions happen.
Cases have to be really far down. Yeah,
we'll see. It has a chance. There is a chance.
Everything else to be back first before conventions.
No, so the thing is, we're getting into a tangent. It's fine, but the Johnson & Johnson vaccine was just approved and it's a single dose, and that's going to really put a lot more volume in there. And I do think by summer we're going to have widespread vaccinations. There's still going to be people that are holdouts. Don't get me wrong, but at the very least, I can see a lot of these conventions saying, hey, you have to prove that you got a vaccination to attend.
And you have to wear masks, and you have to, have like you have to make sure that you have like hand sanitizer
Right.
everywhere. Like all this,
Right.
like they'll pick precautions and stuff. Like it's
Right,
gonna
'cause-
be a thing. Like people are gonna be wearing masks for a while.
Right,
still.
because the thing is like there's so much money they're just losing on the table, and totally I understand like they couldn't do it last year. It was just, you know, too late for them to make any plans or stuff like that. But I guarantee you that they have to be thinking and talking about like ways. Hey, how could we still have a convention or something like that? Because there's just so much money that they're just.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but it is what it is, unfortunately. I mean, it's not safe, it's not safe.
The biggest problem I see is like that fucking line to get in, like just cram packed next to people. That's gonna be bad if that's the case.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you got to
figure
prove
that
that you got a vaccination. You know.
I wonder how you do that. I mean,
I think it's more, guys. I mean, vaccination-wise aside, I think it's more about cases in the country at that point in time more than the vaccinations.
They should be tied together. Obviously, that's the idea. That as more people get vaccinated, the cases will be way
right.
lower.
We're gonna see that, you know.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, that's the idea.
Cross,
yes,
you know,
that's the idea. And once it gets, the idea is because the vaccination, you're even like the Moderna and the Pfizer, you're 95%. You still have a chance. So it's like you're not invincible to this thing.
Yeah, the one thing that
bring it down.
A little scary about it though is like I don't know if I'm skewed by like just looking at the internet, but I feel like 40% of people just aren't gonna get them at least, and that's like.
They'll change. There'll be more.
I don't know, man.
They'll get their vaccinations.
I feel like 40% of people won't get it, and then 60% of people will.
You know what's funny? I want to know how many of those 40%. I want to know how many of those 40% have gotten a flu shot, because I feel like there's no overlap there. I believe they have.
I don't
There's
know.
anti-vaxxers. There's always going to be anti-vaxxers and stuff out there. That was never that size of a percentage. Don't tell me that was that big. It wasn't.
See, there's a different thing here, though. There's like two sides. There's two groups, really. There's the anti-vaxxers, and then there's the people who are just very untrustworthy at the government.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
they're not necessarily the same demographics.
No, I'm not saying there are. I'm just there's going to be overlap because you got the 10% of people are anti-vaxxers or whatever it is, giving a random number here. And then, Mike, I understand you're 40%. So 30% of those other people is going to dwindle as more and more vaccinations come out and more people get vaccinated with less side effects that you can see, and the effectiveness. It's going to happen. You'll convert. You won't convert all of them, but you will convert.
We'll see. I hope so, but I've
already started seeing some of that in like actual present day. I've seen people who have said they're not getting the vaccination that just scheduled their vaccination.
Yeah, no, I've seen it too. A lot of like older people.
Yep. Older people. Yep.
Yeah. But we'll see.
It's just the American resistance, which wears down in like 2 weeks. So. All right. I think that's going to wrap up 535 of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in. You can write us at allyoucangeek@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. You can like us on Facebook. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. Leave a comment for us too. We appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget, Spoilercast, WandaVision is happening.